Okay, let's just jump right in. The agentic era is officially here. But the thing is, the rise of these autonomous AI agents, the ones that can plan and actually do things, totally shatters our old ideas about software quality. It means we need a whole new playbook to make sure they're not just working, but that we can actually trust them.
So just how different are we talking? This analogy really nails it. Traditional software, it's like a delivery truck. You check if it starts, if it follows the map. Simple. But an AI agent, that's a completely different beast. It's a Formula One race car. Its success hinges on thousands of split-second judgments. You can't just use a simple checklist. You need constant, real-time telemetry on every single decision to even know if it's doing a good job. And this right here, this is the radical mindset shift we all need to make. Agent quality isn't something you can just slap on at the end of the process. Nope. It has to be designed in, from day one, as a core part of the architecture. Honestly, this one idea is the foundation for everything else we're about to cover.
All right, so let's really dig into why our old methods are so broken now. The ways AI agents can fail are, well, they're unique and kind of sneaky. They don't just crash with a big error message. They fail in these subtle ways that can quietly destroy trust and cause some serious, real-world damage. And check this out. These failures are not your typical bugs. An agent can pass every single test you throw at it and still fall on its face in the real world. It might start amplifying biases from its training data or just confidently make stuff up, what we call a hallucination. Its performance can suddenly tank because the world has changed. Or, my personal favorite, it can discover some bizarre loophole you never imagined and start exploiting it. And the kicker? You can't put a breakpoint on a hallucination. It's not that easy. So, if the old way is broken, what do? It all starts with a brand new framework. We literally have to redefine what good even means for an autonomous system, and we're going to build it on 4 core pillars. Pillar number 1 is effectiveness. This is the bottom line, right? Did the agent actually solve the user's real problem? We're not just asking, did the code run without errors? We're asking, did that code produce the insight we actually needed? This is what connects quality directly to business value. Next up, efficiency. Because an agent can get the job done, but still be pretty terrible at it. I mean, if it took 25 steps, 5 retries, and a bunch of self-corrections just to book a simple flight, yeah, it succeeded, but it was painful and expensive. Efficiency is all about measuring the resources it burned through, cost, time, and the sheer number of steps it took. Then we have robustness. How does the agent deal with the messiness of real life? What happens when an API it needs is down, or when a user gives it a super vague instruction? A robust agent doesn't just crash or make things up. It fails gracefully, it tries again, it asks for clarification, or it just tells you, hey, I can't do that. That's what you want to see. And finally, the absolute non-negotiable. Safety and alignment. Is the agent staying on the rails? This covers everything, from preventing harmful outputs and data leaks to making sure it can't be tricked by prompt injection. This pillar is what ensures the agent is a proxy for your organization that you can actually, trust. Okay, so we've got our 4 pillars, our goals. But here's the problem. You can't measure any of them by just looking at the final answer. So, how do we actually measure them? And this is what leads us to the big aha moment of this whole thing. And here it is. We have to completely shift our focus. We need to stop judging the final output and start evaluating the agent's entire decision-making process. For agents, the true measure of quality, the logic, the safety, the efficiency, it's all found in its trajectory. The trajectory is the truth. This brings me to another analogy that's just perfect. A line cook follows a recipe. You just check if they followed the steps correctly. Easy. But an AI agent, that's a gourmet chef in a mystery box challenge. There is no recipe. To judge their quality, you can't just taste the final dish. You have to watch how they cooked it, their technique, their reasoning, the choices they made. That's what tells the real story. So, in practice, we do this with a 2-step strategy. First, we start with the black box view. From the outside, did the agent get the job done? That's our basic measure of effectiveness. But then, whether it succeeded or failed, we crack open the box. We move to the glass box view to analyze how it made its decisions and diagnose exactly what went right or what went wrong. But you can't look inside that glass box if you can't see anything. You can't judge a process you can't observe. And that brings us to the technical foundation for all of this work, observability.
And observability is built on three pillars of its own. First, logs. Think of these as the agent's diary, just raw, time-stamped facts about every little thing that happened. Then you have traces. This is the narrative thread that connects all those diary entries into a story, showing us the why behind the what. And finally, metrics. That's the scorecard that aggregates all the data to tell you how well things are going overall. So let's bring it back to our chef. With these tools, with logs, traces, and metrics, we can finally stop just tasting the final dish. Now we can watch and critique the entire culinary performance. We get the full picture, what the agent did, why it did it, and how well it pulled it off. So we have our framework, our evaluation strategy, and the tools for observability. Now we get to put it all together into an operational playbook, a system for building agents that actually get better over time. This is the agent quality flywheel. It's a virtuous cycle. First, you define quality using those four pillars. Second, you instrument your agent with logs and traces so you can actually see what's going on. Third, you evaluate its performance using a mix of AI and human judgment. And fourth, and this is the magic part, every single failure gets fed back into the system as a new test. Every mistake literally makes the agent smarter. If you only take away three things from this, let it be these. 1. Quality is architecture. You have to build it in from the ground up. 2. The trajectory is the truth. The process is where the real story is. And 3. Automation is great, but at the end of the day, a human is still the ultimate judge of what good actually means. And this really gets to the heart of it all. All the technical work, the frameworks, the flywheels, they're all serving a much higher purpose. The goal isn't just to build agents that are functional. It's to build agents that we can truly trust, because their behavior is transparent, reliable, and safe. This isn't just a technical challenge, it's a fundamental one for the entire next era of technology. As these autonomous systems weave themselves deeper into our work and our lives, the discipline of making sure they're effective, robust, and aligned with our values is going to be more critical than ever. So the real question is, are we ready to build for trust?